we are so back.
Do it for the vlog. Now that's a man.
Today is my birthday. This is my co-resident Stacy.
That's me.
Let's go. No more Sabrina to hold my hand. Kind of crazy how fast life really starts to fly by when you're in your training. Good morning, vlog. Another week of living the dream. And for some reason, the dream involves waking up before the sun is out. Hey, Chippy. Where's Chewy? There he is. But wait, guys. There's more. I know ya. Henry. It's a party. Fit check of the day. Same as last week. Bye, puppies. All right, vlog, we are so back. Liver transplant this morning, which is gonna be really cool. I have not seen a liver transplant yet. It's one of the reasons I wanted to come to a very academic center. They do a lot of transplants here, and it's something I want to be comfortable with as an attending. It's very involved, so there's gonna be a lot to learn today. It's also a late start case, so I was able to sleep in an extra 30 minutes, but we still have morning lecture, so still gotta show up for that. And then this afternoon we have didactics. Let's have a good day. All right, I am done for the afternoon, and now I'm walking over to another building for didactics. The liver case was super cool. Kind of wish I was able to finish it, but they got pretty far. Very complex. I'll try to explain some of the physiology later in the vlog. We have a few hours of didactics, and then I will be done with the afternoon.
Does have a metabolite that is not analgesic and doesn't necessarily.
All right, guys, I am done for the day. Like I said earlier, had a very interesting liver transplant case, which was super cool, very complex, lots of drips, lots of lines. I'll try to remember to talk more about it later in the video, like the setup, physiology, all that stuff, but great learning case for me. And then I went to afternoon didactics since it's Monday. We talked about things like pre-op evaluation, narcotic use. And before cases actually even started this morning, we had a lecture on pulse oximetry. So very good day of learning. But now I need to run home because one, I need to pre-op my patients for tomorrow, call my attending, discuss our anesthetic plans. But also I have a dog groomer coming to the house because I wanted Chip and Chewy to get haircuts, and I'm deciding to pay for convenience to see how I like having an at-home groomer versus taking the dogs out. I feel like in residency, you sometimes have to pay for conveniences, and my time is very limited, so I'm gonna try the whole mobile dog grooming thing, see how I like it. Oh, and by the way, Eddie and his dogs are here now, so we'll go home and see them as well. Hello, puppies. Hello. So the entire time that I've been in San Diego, I've not done any grocery shopping, and Eddie's been here for literally 2 days. And check this out. Ta-da! And there's stuff in here. Good job, Eddie. Aw, poor baby. Oh, you look so handsome. Oh, I got the groomers, how they have the tables.
Yeah.
Hi, handsome. Where's the other handsome? Chippy! You look so cute, Bubba's. Morning, guys. Happy Tuesday. I have a case this morning, which I'm going to go set up for right now. We've got a resident lecture, and then we start the case, and then we have our second simulation training this afternoon. Hopefully that goes better than last week. You guys should be proud of me though, because instead of getting a Celsius this morning, I French pressed my own coffee. That's character development, baby. All right, we got the first case of the day going. I just got braked. We get like a 15-minute break in the morning by our attending or a CRNA, and then we get a lunch break, and then usually a 15-minute break in the afternoon, assuming that everything's going well for the day and things aren't getting crazy. A little breakfast burrito that I am about to slam right now. All right, so I was just able to finish that first case, and I'm walking my car, heading to another campus, like 20 minutes away for our simulation training. Not really sure what it is today. Look at that zit. It's either the masks or it's the Trader Joe's chocolate I've been eating. I think my favorite thing about these days where we have lectures or sim training is that we actually get to go outside halfway through the day, which I'm very much an outdoor person, so Just feels good to get some fresh air and sun.
No problem. Yeah. You don't even have to ask. Sorry, what? Just hop on.
Let's go. Alright guys, I am done with simulation training. Today's topic was massive transfusion protocol, so our simulation kind of matched that. It was like a level 1 trauma, liver laceration, and so we essentially had to stabilize the patient, get them set up for the OR so they can get an X-lap with trauma surgery. I think the simulation went better than last week. I remember last week was just rough. I did not really know what I was doing, and it just felt very unnatural to be in that simulation setting. Since then, we've had another week of working in the main OR, so we just have a little bit more knowledge under our belts. So I feel like myself, and I'm sure my co-residents feel the same way, we kind of just felt a little bit more prepared for today's simulation. Unfortunately, I still have quite a busy evening ahead of me. I got my OR schedule for tomorrow, so I need to go and chart review my patients, come up with my plan, and then do some pre-oping with my attending over the phone. And then I actually have modules I need to finish as well that I think are due tonight. I also need to buy a parking pass, which is pretty cheeks, but my free temporary pass runs out today. I also need to go and send my landlord me and Eddie's rent for the next month, which is not fun. But I will say that paying rent has been a little bit more tolerable thanks to the sponsor of this week's vlog, Built. Built is a loyalty program that lets you earn points for paying your rent, and you can redeem these points for things like flights, hotel stays, fitness classes, and even your next rent payment. Now, right here in California is obviously very expensive. In fact, it's my biggest monthly expense, as it is for most people. And so it makes me feel so much better knowing that I'm at least getting points for paying that rent. And Built isn't just for residents like me or college students. It's literally for anyone who pays rent, which is really the majority of people. Built is by far the smartest thing that I've signed up for recently. You guys always know that I try to make the most out of my time and the very little money that I make as a resident. And that's why Built is so genius. Like, you literally earn points for credit card purchases. Why wouldn't you want to earn points for paying your rent as well? Built is actually consistently ranked the highest points currency by the Points Guy and Bankrate. In fact, according to Bankrate, the average person has a student loan burden of $38,000. And across the country, that adds up to $1.7 trillion. There's literally no cost to join, and if rent is your biggest monthly expense and your student loans are your second biggest expense every month, then you can actually use one to tackle the other. You guys heard me right. You can actually redeem your points towards your student loan balance. No other reward program lets you do that. And it doesn't just stop there. Built actually lets you earn points by even going into your neighborhood and eating at your favorite dinner spots, going to your local pharmacy, taking your favorite fitness classes, and even taking ride shares. All you have to do is pay with a card that's linked to your Built account. Like, there's literally no reason to not be getting points for both these little expenses as well as your biggest expense every single month. You can start earning points now by clicking the link in my description box or by scanning the QR code here on the screen. And make sure to use my link so that they know I sent you. Again, guys, it really makes me feel so much better knowing that if I'm going to spend half of my monthly income on rent, then I'm at least earning points for it. Make sure to check out Built, make your rent work for you, and thank you so much again to Built for sponsoring this week's vlog. So like I said, I have a lot to do this evening, so I'll catch you guys later. So I just got home and Eddie got donuts, which is probably the greatest thing I could have come home to. Hey puppies! Oh, Chip also has a donut. What kind of food?
Some beef and vegetables.
So far, the best part about Eddie living here, besides obviously having my best friend live with me, is the fact that he really likes to cook. And so I come home to stuff like that, which is very, very nice. And you guys are always clowning me for my diet, so hopefully this gets better. Morning, guys. Happy Wednesday. Got a couple cases scheduled for the day. Hopefully everything is smooth. I've been so caught up in my residency training that I forgot that Friday's my birthday. Kind of crazy how fast life really starts to fly by when you're in your training. I haven't really even noticed the year fly by. Well, anyway, let's have a good day. Yeah, I very much agree. All right, we're back.
Morning.
It's our last 2 days together. How do you feel?
Good, good. You've progressed well.
Wow.
I'm proud. I'm a proud big.
Are you gonna miss our time together?
I am. It's so much more fun having a buddy in the OR.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Anesthesiology can be pretty lonely. And I'm gonna miss having you as my big.
Oh, always be your big.
That's true. We'll always be connected, even if we're not together in the OR. All right, guys, I am done for the day. I'm still trying to figure out my vlogging flow right now. Like, it's obviously very difficult, especially if I'm in the OR all day. I do have a meeting tomorrow with the social media department at my program to discuss social media stuff with them, so that'll be really good, so I can get some parameters and also kind of work with them on stuff we can maybe produce in the future. But today was overall very good. We had some spine cases, which are pretty difficult because you set the patient up in the operating room and then you have to flip them onto their belly face down, which as an anesthesiology resident is kind of scary because you're, you know, putting your airway upside down and you have to basically move all your lines around. It's a whole thing. The setup is a little bit more involved and really takes everyone in the OR to do, but we got to do a couple of those today, which is very good experience for me. In general, I'm seeing some progress with my knowledge and also just my tactile abilities. Like, things aren't taking me as long. I'm able to set up the OR quicker now. Tomorrow is my last day with Sabrina, my 1-to-1 senior, which is such a bummer because she is just absolutely incredible, and it's been a fun couple of weeks getting to work alongside her and learn from her, and I'm sure my attending for my 1-to-1 is going to be very awesome. But I am going to miss her. I'll miss the vibes. They're very good. But this just means that I'm progressing to the next step of the first block of my training. Anyway, I need to go home and pre-op patients for tomorrow and work on some modules that I've been slacking on. So I'm going to go do that. Another day, baby. Let's get it. All right, we are done with our day and our last day of 1-to-1.
Bittersweet.
Do you think that I have gotten better at anything in the last 2 weeks?
What do you think?
A little bit.
But did you hear the praise today? Excellent direct laryngoscopy. And it wasn't me who said it.
You're right. I did get a compliment from our attending, which is good. He had to help us at the end of it, but he said that everything leading up to it was pretty okay. So that did feel good. And starting tomorrow, I'm 1-to-1 with an attending. No more Sabrina to hold my hand, which is very sad.
We're very sad.
Yeah. The separation anxiety, the matching hats.
Matching hats. If you lose that scrub cap at any point, I'm going to be pretty upset.
I will wear it every day. I'll never wash this. Chef Eddie's back at it again.
They're ugly meatballs. Don't judge me. They taste good though.
I think the dogs are ready for some food too. Why is Noya being so emo? Woohoo! Thanks, Eddie.
You're welcome.
Do it for the vlog. Ooh, nice, dude. Oh, that's a man.
Okay.
All right.
There you go.
Eddie! Yeah!
Hey, Winnie. Morning, guys. Happy Friday, and also happy birthday to me. Today is my birthday, and there's probably better ways to spend my birthday, but there's also definitely much worse ways to spend it as well. Let's have a good day. Just had myself a little birthday lunch. A little lonelier without Sabrina. I miss her. All right, we got done with our first few cases of the morning. We had a case get canceled, so now I'm kind of waiting to see if we get another case added on. But if not, maybe I'll be able to get out of here a little early today. That would be an incredible birthday gift. Hey, happy birthday! Happy birthday! This is my co-resident, Stacy.
That's me.
And we actually share a birthday. So
Yeah.
Happy birthday to us!
Happy birthday to us.
Woo!
Yay.
Yo, I am done. My attending let me go like 30 minutes early right after we started the next case. nailed the intubation. Actually, today was very smooth in general. All the procedures I did were smooth. All the lines, tubes. Great first day of one-to-one with my attending. I actually do feel like I've gotten better now that I don't have Sabrina like with me. I thought I was gonna just fail and just suck at everything, but today was actually not bad. It was a good time to finally prove to myself that I am getting better, and so great day overall. Let's go to my car though and we'll chat a little bit. All right, I'm in my car now. Like I said, not a bad day. I mean, if I have to have my birthday fall on a work day, then at least it was a good one, you know, like it was actually really good. My first day one-to-one with an attending, everything went smoothly. I was able to, you know, do what I had to do that I thought I wasn't gonna be able to do. Like, I've had my senior with me up until now, so there was a lot of room for me to forget things, you know, and get reminded of things. But now without my senior, there's less of that, and that's kind of the point of transitioning from having a one-to-one with a senior resident to having a one-to-one with an attending. Is the attending supposed to be more hands-off, and everything went smoothly. I actually felt like I was in the flow of things. I also feel like a lot of the cases I did with my senior were more complex than what I did today, which it felt like a lot while I was with my senior. I remember thinking, especially like the first couple days last week, like, how am I going to learn all this? Like, my senior was so good at everything and I was kind of intimidated, having a little bit of imposter syndrome. And it turns out that because of that, now I have this idea of what cases might end up like, so that when things are a little bit smoother, require less setup, like, it kind of was better. It was a little bit smoother. So today was a great day. Can't complain. However, I'm not gonna lie and say that I wish I was kind of doing almost anything else for my birthday. You know, one of the hard things I think about residency is kind of the fact that you watch your life fly by a little bit, especially your 20s. If you're kind of more on the traditional route, you spend a lot of your 20s doing this. And I remember when I was pre-med thinking, oh, when I'm this age, I'm going to be a doctor, I'll be a resident. And I remember a couple of years ago thinking, when I'm this age, I'll be an anesthesiology resident. And now I am, and I'm doing it, but I've also now aged all those years, and honestly those years have flown by like really, really quickly, like faster than you really expect them to. And you know, my birthdays used to feel kind of more special. Like, I don't know why, maybe just the more you have of them, the less special they become, but they used to just be so surrounded by my friends and family. And a lot of you guys know my brother and sister were triplets, so we all share the same birthday. And you know, when you live together, you get to see each other and celebrate your birthday together. And that kind of hasn't been the case for a while now. My sister's been in another state. Now with me moving away, my brother and I live in different states, so it's kind of just a different feeling, where instead of waking up and wishing your siblings happy birthday and then spending the whole day with friends, it's like I just spent, what is it, like 10 hours in the OR. Kind of a different birthday than I'm used to. So I was a little bit sad driving into work this morning, I'm not gonna lie. I was a little bit in my feels. But then I tried to remind myself, like, how lucky am I that I get to spend my birthday at least being in the position that I wanted to be in. Like, yeah, I didn't want to be stuck in a hospital the whole day, of course. That's a different story. But like how lucky am I that I at least get to be where I am on this birthday? Like, that I get to be so like accomplished and fulfilled and be progressing in my career, you know? Like, I feel like every birthday, even though it kind of feels like less and less special, I'm progressively hitting more and more milestones every year. I'm more accomplished, I'm further in my career. So even though I was stuck in the OR all day, I just try to remind myself of that. But you're allowed to be a little bit selfish, especially on your birthday. But like you guys saw, I actually share my birthday with another one of my co-residents, which is really fun. So I think a few of us are going to go to the beach tomorrow to celebrate our birthdays. We have a skills training in the morning, and then we'll go to the beach after and again celebrate a little bit. So that'll be really nice. And actually, my brother my mom and my friend Bianca actually all drove in from Vegas while I've been at work, and they're all waiting for me at my house right now. And Eddie's there, of course. So you know what? I really don't have a lot to complain about. Like, I moved away from home, but my family is coming to visit, and some of my best friends are here in San Diego. So even though things have changed and I'm getting older, there's a lot of things that are also not that changed and are very familiar. And it is a blessing. It really is. It was just a little hard to see it that way when I was driving to the hospital this morning. I do want to go home and meet up with my family and friends and just take the rest of the day to celebrate. But I want to thank you guys so much for joining me in another week in residency and for joining me on my birthday. It means a lot that I get to share not just this day, but also all of these moments with you guys. And I can't express my gratitude to you all enough. Anyway, that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.